There are a number of frequently asked questions, okay, pertaining to workman's compensation. One is, I received documents in the mail from the workers' compensation insurance company. Should I sign them?
Well, the first thing is, if you get what's called an NCP, Notice of Compensation Payable, that means you're on compensation, and that's a good thing, and you don't have to sign that. That's something that you will get either from the insurance company or from the employer. You also might get what's called a temporary NCP, which is only lasts for 90 days. And after that point, the insurance company has to make a decision whether or not to pick you up or not. If not, you have to file what's called a claim petition, and we can do that for you. And you also might get denial. And if you get a denial, right from the start, you have to file a claim petition. So those three forms are something that should happen at the very beginning of your claim. Now, there are other forms called a supplemental agreement that you might receive after you start receiving workers' compensation. And for those type of forms, you need a workers' compensation attorney to review them, because they're the kind of forms that can get you in trouble. They're the kind of forms that can sign away your rights when you mostly need them. One's a supplemental agreement, and supplemental agreement you can sign up to suspend your comp. You can also be hidden there somewhere that you could terminate your compensation in the supplemental agreement. And it also could be used to modify your comp. So, you know, any way you look at it, you're going to be losing money if you sign that document, and it should be reviewed before signed. Now, the most important document you might receive is what's called a final receipt. And what that means is that you are totally healed with no residual disability from your work accident. So if you're not completely healed, you do not sign that form. Now, sometimes people do sign that form, and then we have to go to court to try to reverse that, which is sometimes difficult, but it can be reversed. But we ask you that if you ever see a final receipt in front of you, you take that to a lawyer immediately before you sign that document. And then the other form that you will have to sign is the employee verification form. And the employee verification form is a form sent out by the insurance company that asks you a few questions, whether or not you're back to work, whether or not you're still treating. And the problem is, if you don't sign that form, they can suspend your compensation till you do. So what you want to do is play it safe and take that to a lawyer also, so that he can review, or he or she can review that to make sure that document's in order also. But that's one form that usually is signed, but we want to make sure that it is right. So certain forms you sign, certain forms you don't sign. It's very important to see a lawyer to be able to know what the difference is.